Good morning, cadets. Today we shall learn about the combination of cells. As we have studied the combination of resistors, right? Series combination and parallel combination. In the same way, we are learning series and parallel combination of the cells. And we have understood every cell has got its own EMF and what is the relation between EMF and potential difference. EMF and terminal potential difference. Terminal potential difference will be less than the EMF of the cell by minus IR. V equal to E minus IR. This is what we have already studied. Suppose there are two cells. Of EMF E1 and E2. If there are two cells of EMF E1 and E2, if they are connected in this fashion, end to end, if they are connected end to end, then such a combination is called as series combination of cells. See, if you mark the terms as A, B and C, then between A and B, cell E1 is taken, between B and C, cell E2 is taken. B is the terminal which is connected with the positive terminal of E2 and negative terminal of E1, right? Each terminals of the cells are connected together and two terminals are left free. Such a combination is called as series combination. Now our task is to find out what is the total EMF of this combination. So this is series combination of cells. Series combination of cells. Series combination. Series combination. Series combination of cells. So in this case, when you see the current that is emerging out of E2 is from the positive terminal and the current that is emerging out of E1 is also from the positive terminal. So this is how the common current flows from C to A, right? I is the current through the series combination. Which remains same. I is the current through the series combination of cells, which remains same. Which remains same. The current I is same when the cells are in series combination. Then what happens? I want to find out what is the potential difference across A and C, because this A and C contains the combination of E1 and E2. VA minus VC, I want to find out. VA minus VC. See, which is possible by finding out what is potential difference between A and B and then potential difference between B and C. So, VA and VC, if you are calling it as V, first we will find out what is VA minus VB. VA minus VB. Then we will add what is VB minus VC. Yes, VA minus VB plus VB minus VC. VA minus VB plus VB minus VC. You can just see VB cancels. So you are left with VA minus VC. Left with VA minus VC. Now what is VA minus VB? Yes, VA minus VB is the potential difference, terminal potential difference across A and B of the cell of EMF E1. So I will write this. E1 minus IR1, because I is the current flowing through this and R1 is the small internal resistance of this cell. You can just symbolically show it. Even if it is not shown also, remember a cell will be always having some internal resistance. So E1 minus IR1. This is for the terminal potential difference across cell E1 plus what is terminal potential difference across cell E2? In the same way, E2 minus IR2. E2 minus IR2. Now, this can be written as E1 plus E2 minus I into bracket R1 plus R2. So, this becomes VA minus VC, that is VAC. So, if you take this VA minus VC as VAC, then this becomes the total terminal potential difference across the series combination. I will write it as V equivalent. V equivalent is equal to E equivalent minus I into R equivalent. Means same combination if you take it as one box. Suppose these two cells are taken in a box. This is of internal resistance R2. Just symbolically you can show. Then the same thing can be shown equivalent to as cell of E equivalent with the internal resistance R equivalent. So that we got the value of what is E equivalent. E equivalent is equal to E1 plus E2 when they are in series, and R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 when they are in series. So this is the important thing, where E equivalent is equal to E1 plus E2, R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2. R1 plus R2. If there are n number of cells, then it will be just taken as plus and so on up to En, where En is the EMF of nth cell connected in series. And accordingly, if the internal resistances are R1, R2, R3 and so on, it will be R3 and so on up to Rn. So this is internal resistance. Equivalent internal resistance of cells connected in series is equal to sum of all the internal resistances of the cells. And equivalent EMF of the cells connected in series is equal to sum of all the EMFs. Okay, this is fine. If in case the polarity of the cells is changed, if instead of positive, if it is connected with negative, then what happens to the combination? Now second case here, if this is E1 and this is E2, suppose this is E1 and this is E2. See the combination here. Okay. Suppose the combination is taken like this, right? Right? If E1 is connected to E2, now also they are in series. But what happens? The current from E1 is from the positive terminal. It enters into current, the current enters into E2 provided E1 is greater than E2. If the EMF of the cell E1 is greater than EMF of the cell E2, then the current I flows from the cell of EMF E1 into the cell of EMF E2. Now you look into the direction of current in the second cell. Direction of current in the second cell is reversed. It is entering from positive terminal and passing through the negative terminal. Therefore, you have to take EMF of a second cell as minus E2. So in such case, when polarity is reversed, then current changes the direction. When the current changes direction, then E equivalent becomes E1 minus E2. E1 minus E2. And accordingly, we have to take the sum of the EMFs. Sum of the EMFs. Now the EMF of the second cell become negative. Reason is current is entering from cell of EMF E1 into cell of EMF E2, because E1 is greater than E2. For example, suppose this is a 12 volt battery. The cell E1 is of 12 volt. Cell E2 is of say 6 volt. If they are connected in this order, 12 volt and 6 volt, then it will be 12 plus 6, 18 volt. There is no problem at all, because the current is flowing in the same sense. In both the cases, the current is leaving from the positive terminals. Here also from the positive terminal, here also from the positive terminal. Therefore, 12 plus 6, it becomes 18 volt. But what happens here? Here you see the current is leaving from the positive terminal and entering into the positive terminal of the second cell and leaving out from the negative terminal of the second term. So 6 volt and this is 12 volt. So net voltage becomes 12 minus 6. Net voltage becomes, if this is 12 volt and this is 6 volt, then net voltage E equivalent in this case becomes 12 minus 6, that is 6 volt. This is how we need to calculate the equivalent EMF of the cells in series combination. Okay. Now we will discuss equivalent EMF of the cells connected in parallel. Second connection. Now let us see what is the EMF of the cells when they are connected in parallel. Again, same two cells E1, E2 of internal resistances R1 and R2 are taken. They are connected in parallel. Both the positive terminals are connected to one common terminal A. Both the negative terminals are connected to another common terminal B. Right? Then we can see these are said to be in parallel combination of cells in parallel. Right? Then the current from the cell of EMF E1 is released from the positive terminal. Let us say I1 is the current and I2 be the current that is released from cell of EMF E2. You can see both the cell currents are now joining at point A. After meeting at point A, the total current becomes I1 plus I2. Number of charges flowing per second, they add up and it becomes I is equal to I1 plus I2. So if it is connected to any external resistance and circuit is completed, the same current I after coming here at B will be divided into exactly I1 here and I2 here, right? Now this is the circuit symbolic representation of parallel combination. Now again we want to find out potential difference between A and B. Potential difference between A and B is the same as the potential difference across cell of EMF E1 and same as potential difference across cell of EMF E2. So first we will write what is potential difference between A and B, which is nothing but VA minus VB is equal to potential difference across cell of EMF E1, E1 minus I1 R1. Let us take it as common potential difference V. Similarly, potential difference across cell of EMF E2, VA minus VB is equal to E2 minus I2 R2. E2 minus I2 R2, that is equal to V, where potential difference is same. E1 minus V is equal to I1 R1. E2 minus V is equal to I2 R2. You can just see E1 minus V is equal to I1 R1. E2 minus V is equal to I2 R2. Just interchange. I want to find out the values of I1 and I2 respectively. E1 minus V equal to I1 R1. E2 minus V equal to I2 R2. Therefore, what is I1 from this? I1 is equal to E1 minus V upon R1. What is I2? E2 minus V upon R2. Let me substitute these values, I1 and I2, these values into this equation. In place of I1, just I am substituting here. In place of I2, I am substituting here. So that I get total current. Therefore, total current I is equal to I1 plus I2. What is I1 plus I2? I am just substituting. I1 is E1 minus V upon R1 plus E2 minus V upon R2. Simple. This is I1. This is I2. Now I1 minus I2 हो गया. Yes. Now we will simplify this equation. This becomes E1 upon R1 plus E2 upon R2 minus, take this V outside, E1 upon R1 plus E2 upon R2, V into bracket, take this 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. So this is for the current I. Now let me find out the equation for V, potential difference, that is terminal potential difference. So if you find it out, then V is equal to V into 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. If you take it out, then it becomes E1 upon R1 plus E2 upon R2, right, minus I. So therefore, what is V? V is equal to E1 on E1 R2 plus E2 R1 divided by R1 R2. So this is how E1 R2 plus E2 R1 I am simplifying, divided by R1 R2 into bracket. If you take it to the right hand side, then R1 R2 comes to the numerator. R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2, right, minus I into R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So this is interesting equation. This is the interesting equation. So if you cancel this, see here, you are getting total V is equal to E1 R2 plus E2 R1 divided by R1 plus R2 minus I into bracket R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So this is the E equivalent. This is the E equivalent and this is R equivalent. Therefore, this is of the form E equivalent minus I into bracket R equivalent. So that is the equation for parallel combination. So what is parallel combination? Now I think you got it. So for parallel combination, R equivalent is equal to R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. It means I can write 1 by R equivalent as equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. This is evident from this equation. 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Next, E equivalent by R equivalent. E equivalent, it's easy to remember. E equivalent by R equivalent, if you take it out, then it becomes E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2. E equivalent by R equivalent, if you take, it becomes E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2. So that it becomes R1 R2. Okay. This is the equation. These two are the equations which are helpful for finding the ratio of E equivalent to the R equivalent, E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2. And 1 upon R equivalent is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Now remember, even if the terminals are interchanged, if the polarities are interchanged, if the polarities are reversed, if this is made negative and this is made positive, then what happens? The reversal of the current takes place. And the reversal of the current takes place, then EMF E2 will be taken as negative. In that case, what happens? The equation, you can see the equation. In that case, the equation, when the cells terminals are interchanged, if polarity of E2 are interchanged, or you can say reversed, polarity is reversed, then E2 becomes negative. Then E equivalent by R equivalent becomes equal to E1 by R1 minus E2 by R2. The reason is there is a reversal of direction of current. Current will, instead of entering from the positive terminal of the E2, it will be entering from negative terminal of the E2. Right? It will be entering from the negative terminal. The reason is the EMF of the first cell E1 is taken greater than EMF of the second cell E2. If E1 is greater than E2, this is the case. If E2 is greater than E1, then the current enters from E2 into E1, right? So these are the things to be remembered, and definitely some numerical problems will be asked in your UPSC written test. UPSC written test, you have to be thorough with current electricity. So whatever the concepts that I am teaching for this current electricity, same thing is there for your UPSC syllabus also. Even from electrostatics, some simple concepts, some simple questions will be asked on the potential, capacitance, electric field, right? Coulomb's force, charges. Whereas some simple questions will be asked on a combination of resistors, combination of capacitors, right? And some questions will be based on combination of cells. So whatever the theory that we have discussed will be very helpful even for your UPSC written test also. So solve various types of problems in your net itself. If you search, you will get so many sites for UPSC NDA preparation. You can just type the questions, UPSC NDA physics questions, UPSC NDA physics questions on electricity, current electricity. You will get various simple questions. Questions will not be so difficult. Questions will be very simple. So you can just attempt them, and if you have any difficulties, you can discuss with me all the time. Okay. Now let me solve one simple problem. Okay, this is a very simple problem. 6 lead acid type cells, each of EMF 2 volt and internal resistance of 0.015 ohm are joined in series. They are joined in series to provide a supply of current to a resistance of 8.5 ohm. What is the current drawn from the supply and what is its terminal voltage? So question is very simple. Let me draw a simple circuit diagram. 6 lead acids. So I am just drawing symbolically 4, 5, 6. Each of internal resistance R is same, and each of EMF E, they are all similar. E is equal to 2 volts, and this is connected to a resistance of external resistance of 8.5 ohm. So you can see, if you close the circuit, this is how the current is drawn from the series combination, and you see everywhere the current is the same direction. Everywhere the current is flowing from the positive terminal of the cell. From each cell the current is flowing from the positive terminal, right? So there is no question of reversal of polarity here. So total EMF E equivalent is equal to E plus and so on up to 6 times. So 6 times EMF. So it becomes 6E. 6E. Therefore E equivalent becomes 6 into 2, 12 volt, right? Then what is R equivalent? R is 0.015. R equivalent is equal to, again, R plus and so on 6 times. So it is also very simple, 6R. R is given here 0.015 ohm. Therefore R equivalent is equal to R into 6 into 6 into 0.015. 15 6 are 9, so it becomes 0.09 ohm. 0.09 ohm. Now the first question is, what is the current drawn from the supply? So main current from the supply, I is equal to, we know, E equivalent divided by total resistance of the circuit. Total resistance of the circuit is external resistance R plus total internal resistance of the combination R equivalent. So this becomes 12 divided by R. What is capital R? Capital R is 8.5 plus 0.09. So thus it becomes 12 divided by 8.59. So if you take it as 8.6, then you can very easily find out. So this becomes 11.9 amperes. 11.4 amperes, right? This is the current. Now we can find out what is its terminal voltage. For combination, terminal voltage also we know. Terminal voltage V equal to E equivalent minus I into R equivalent. We got E equivalent 12. So this is not 11.4, there is correction. We'll find it out. It's not 11.4. It is 1 point. Because if you take it as 8.6, it will be hardly 1 point something. 1.4 ampere. Right? 12 minus I. We have found out 12 divided by 8. Suppose you take it as 8.6 into R equivalent. R equivalent. R equivalent is 0.09. 0.09. 0.09. So if you calculate this, this comes out to be 11.9 amperes. So this is how, if you work it out, just check the answer. 11 point, yes, yes, 11.9 volt, 11.9 volt. So terminal potential difference will be less than the equivalent EMF. Terminal potential difference will be definitely less than equivalent EMF of the battery. So this is also called as lead acid battery, which is consisting of 6 cells, right? So this is a very simple problem. Like this you will find different varieties of numerical problems on cells, combination of cells, right? Please solve them, then you will come to know the concepts very clearly. Thank you. Have a nice day.